Hard pills to swallow. China hasn't dropped one single bomb in 40 years. The USA drops 46 bombs on average every single day.
We start to see police cars everywhere. There's a police station right there. It's like, oh, snap. 2 feet on the brake. 2 feet brake.
No, the reason they've ended up with kids is because they didn't realize they should have pulled out.
You don't understand the cycle
They don't
of a woman
understand
after
the
she has
cycle,
it. Yeah.
right? And then they're like, what? What do you mean you're pregnant? How?
So you want more hours to do?
No, we're not Molly May. Let me chime in.
These are real
conversation.
Welcome back to another episode of the Disruption Podcast.
Sir.
292. I thought we were going to have a guest today. She has not replied to anything I've sent.
Wow.
So it is what it is. We're here.
It's just us.
Hour and 20 minutes to entertain you. We're going to talk about, does money actually give you happiness? And yes, it does, but how much of it makes you unhappy? All right? We're going to talk about, someone help me. I
The
don't read
hard
the
pills
list.
to swallow, man.
Hard pills to swallow. Speed is the president of China.
Yes,
GG
sir.
Speed.
That's crazy. Frick. Brain rot right now. It's just all dying. I'm tired.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we can get into
recap
that.
about what happened the last few days. But thank you for joining us. It's Another Baghdadi.
It's Chief Olasoji. Okay, I just pressed the wrong button. It's Chief Olasoji.
It's your girl Moeezy.
It's a prince. What's happening?
And we have no intern today,
Yes.
so
That's why it's
Daniel's
mashed up.
working a bit harder.
Okay, but can we all just give me grace?
It's already
Okay,
over
we'll give
my
you
Give me
grace.
grace.
Sorry.
Just came from church.
Sorry.
That's it.
Sorry. Before
Yeah,
we
man.
start,
Oh, yeah.
PSA. If you haven't registered to vote, guys, please do.
You, Marwa. First of
I
all,
don't
isn't
wanna
it
see
too
you
late?
guys
Wait,
get in
wait.
trouble.
Isn't it?
You're
It's
No,
too late.
they're running the campaigns. I don't want people to get fined.
Wait, are you
I'm
meant to
looking out
register
for you
every
guys.
year?
I don't know, but
No.
some people
Okay,
to
okay.
this day. I'm registered. I don't know about y'all.
Like, did you register this year?
No. I've been voting.
So, like, if
I'm an
nothing
avid
changed,
voter.
you're good. I'm an avid voter. You act like you're a fan of it. You're a regular voter.
I'm pretty
But,
sure it's
Has everyone done their compass, their vote compass?
Nah,
No,
not
I
yet,
haven't
man.
done
No,
it.
not everyone.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like it's gonna sit, but I should do it. But I feel like it'll sit
yeah,
quite
come on
similar.
now.
But I mean,
We're in the
I'm probably
age
gonna
where
have
we
a
should
less
care.
amount of One Nation than this guy did.
Okay. The only reason anyone has the One Nation, everyone has this similar thing for One Nation, right? That we know, right? And it's all because of the trans people in sport question
Yay.
and something
Yeah.
around. There was another one that's like one of those topics as well, and everyone we know doesn't rock with that stuff. So that's why we all end up at like 24 to 31% Pauline Hanson's.
But that time when you had the burqa on and you surprised everyone when you took it off, though, that's why you're a little bit more.
Yeah, that hasn't hit the news yet. It's in the next cycle.
She's a crazy
I
lady.
walked into Hungry Jack's and I was like, the burkas are better.
Oh, man.
She's so mad, bro.
Oh.
How do we have her in Parliament? Anyways, that's not the
Anyways.
purpose of today. Should we jump recap quick?
Yes, do a recap.
Sure.
How
Do it
was
quick.
your
All right, let's start on
weekend?
Thursday night. So
Yeah.
we go to
Thursday night, Friday
Bella's
night,
event with Nike.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was a
that
real
was
good
fun.
event.
That was collaboration
So
with
Nike.
Nike, and then she brought a bunch of people together. What's the name of the whole theme of it again? Is it We Are Better Together? What?
Yeah.
We moved
We
together.
moved together? Yeah, we moved together. That's the one. Thank you. But it was just a cool bringing people together kind of event. Almost celebrating or releasing the new kicks, the
Yeah.
DNA8s.
Yeah.
Would you guys wear them?
They're cool. They
They
look
look
nice.
colorways are nice.
Yeah, it
They're
depends
bright.
how you do it, but
I don't
fine.
think I have the pants that can sit
Yeah.
into them well yet.
Yeah.
So
I
I'll
find
have
a
to-
lot of like a lot of silhouettes of like footwear and sneakers look better if you have very small feet.
Or like
as a
slender?
woman. On a woman, they look good. So I feel like a size
size 7,
6 woman would look good in those.
Size 12 on me.
Yeah,
or
nah,
13
size
is-
12 you
I'm
gonna look like a
stomping
clown,
someone
bro.
out. Man, say clown even, bro. But it was cool see people, I guess,
was
and
very
be about
nice.
that. Shout out BB's as well, man. I was eating
the food was
good.
bussin'.
And then Marwa proceeded to just share with the whole of
Oh my
TikTok
days.
nonsense.
Bro, can I tell you? This might be one of my favorite. Are we allowed
Marwa
to
is,
talk about
yes, we are. It's too funny,
So
bro.
I get, all right, so we're at the event.
Look at it.
Me, I know there was great embarrassment when you woke up at 3 a.m. and
Yeah.
realized. So we're at the event, and me, Daniel, Marwa are standing, and someone's with us as well, and we're chatting. And then Marwa like flicks a fork onto herself, something, and
Yeah,
some
I
jollof
was
leaves a
eating.
stain on her white shirt, right?
Yeah.
Cool. She's like, I'm going to go to the car and, I don't know, wash it? Or
She's
I was
going to
gonna
clean
go,
it
like,
off or
wipe
get
it
a
off.
jacket.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're just gone for like 45 minutes.
I didn't even realize it was that
It
long.
was so long, and we're just standing, hugging the wall, like, what are we doing?
Bro, and I was like, bro, did my girl get jumped in North Melbourne?
That's literally what I was like, oh my God, this is not
Probably
good.
call her. Huh?
Anyway, she eventually comes back, whatnot. We get home. I tend to TikTok before bed. and it's like Marwa posted a story. I was like, interesting story on TikTok. So like, let me watch it now. The eyes in the video are darting side to side.
Bro, the longest blinks in the world.
And it takes like a second for her to start talking into
Brother,
the camera.
the brain cells are connecting.
Connecting.
What
They're
is
passing
it?
the baton.
They're passing
Nah,
the
you guys
baton.
are
Wait,
so
the next-
mean.
Wait, so
Next
what?
word
Wait,
is how.
what were you talking to the camera?
Now, all right, so this is what it is.
Let me chime in.
These are real, bro.
Very conversation.
I deleted
Ah,
the video so
sweet,
quick, so I actually
sweet.
don't know what I was even saying.
So I messaged the chat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Marwa, is this what you did when you went to the car? Like, what the heck? Why do you look so lit in the video? And then Daniel is awake as well at this time. And he goes, oh my God, like, what is this? I can't go to sleep. Right? I know that we laugh it off when it's funny to me. And then 3 a.m. you wake up and there's a text. Guys, this was an accident. I didn't mean to post it.
I didn't realize it posted. And like I said, I didn't even watch the video. I just went and I deleted it so quickly. And then in the morning, I'm like, to Daniel, why did you not tell me?
Sweet Christine.
I'm still so confused. Like,
If
so
your
you went.
parents love you,
They're
gonna
gonna
come to the
show
wedding.
up regardless.
Like who? Are you, like
Let
who?
me-
Like
let
who are you
me-
talking
Bro,
to?
Look,
you were blinking
was-
like what's his name? The guy that came and sat on our
Oh, Diego. Bro, blinking in 4K,
I
man.
will
Hey,
That's-
please
say-
tell us your mind.
I
Like,
don't-
what was
Blinking,
going
bro.
on?
let me. I'll put myself out there. I don't drink often. The wine was flowing. It was free. So I was like, let me have, what did I have? Chardonnay. I had 2 glasses of Chardonnay and it went straight to my brain. It literally went straight to my brain. So when I went to the car to go clean my shirt, I was like, let me just whip out my phone. Oh yeah, I'm trying to be a TikTok girly and, chime in on what's going on. So I said, let me record the video, save it, and then watch it maybe when I get home, and then we'll see what we're going to do with it. And I didn't realize it posted straight away.
So embarrassing.
If I can find the video, I might
But surely no
insert
one
it.
watched it, right? Because no one watches TikTok stories.
Like 30 people.
Oh, that's a lot.
Jeez, Louise. I have to
that's-
go and punch up.
Yeah,
there.
and
I had a
that's
few
that's a lot.
reactions
to
as
use the
well.
Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Hey, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, so I'm staying off the wine for good.
For good. That's
Liar. Oh my God. Anyways, that was a great
So that was
Thursday night.
Very, very good.
Friday, I think Friday is that's not anything there, but it was just the fact that we're out late Friday, knowing we had a flight to catch. So Nora and I, a flight to catch at 6 a.m. in
morning.
Avalon as well. Oh my gosh.
Who flies from Avalon,
worst
guys?
airport in the world, bro. Yeah, man, went to Wollongong in New South Wales. With Aljana. Obviously, we haven't released anything at all yet, which
It'll
is
come
soon to come. It's probably some stuff might be out
some light content.
by the time the episode's out. Went out there, tapped in with them. Been good. Been good chatting with them over this time. There's a lot that should probably, hopefully, be coming. It was a good time out there, man. Wollongong was fun. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, what do you got from
Good
that?
vibes.
I think I'm buying a Tesla.
Nah, this
You
guy.
guys-
Oh
you guys
my
had a
goodness.
Tesla, yeah?
No,
Oh, right. You guys had it. Yeah.
this guy is so tapped, yeah. So obviously, I was telling because I've driven like someone else's Tesla before, but not extensively. But I think you were even there with me in the car that night. I don't know. Sending it, like I knew it was a very fast car. So like, bro, you're actually gonna enjoy it because the car takes off like pretty nicely. But I think, I don't know, maybe the different model or the battery size or there's limits, I'm not too sure. But
I
it
think
wasn't
it's
taking off.
potentially because it's a rental. Like
Yeah,
they restrict.
saw
that.
some shit. So it wasn't taking off the way I was telling him. But as you get to a certain speed, though,
Now do whatever.
the torque hits you. So this guy, yeah, we finally get it straight. We see a nice straight. It was. This wasn't even on the highway. This is in a street. Bro, we start to see police cars everywhere. There's a police station right there. It's like, oh, snap. 2 feet on the brake. 2 feet brake. I was like, bro, this is probably the worst place that we could have tried to send it and test out this car right
didn't
here.
get caught, did you?
No, we
Okay.
didn't. Yeah,
Ooh,
no, I mean,
thank
we wouldn't
the
be here,
Lord.
bro. It was a good time.
That's fine. Yeah, it was kind of cool. It was cool to see what hopefully can come from all the brand stuff and whatnot. Yeah. Like, overdue on our end as well. Like,
Sure.
to connect with a lot of these guys. So it was fun.
Soon
Jana,
freaking come, man.
you
Yeah,
know
we'll
it.
see what's coming from
Can't
there.
wait to see the content.
Shall we jump into some stuff or should we do your game? Actually, let's do your game
Do a
first because I
game,
think it leads into.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
We shall do a top 3 today.
Woo!
Ooh.
Check it out. Woo!
We are not doing that again.
Just to know
Okay.
how this relates to what we're chatting about.
So today's top 3 is top 3 most imported goods to Australia. what are we importing into Australia?
Oh wow.
So we've been
Wow, that's
hearing a lot
very
about
hard.
Donald Trump and all his tariffs that's going on. So
Damn, I actually would have no idea.
Yeah, to be
Lock in, man.
lock in. Today's top 3 is top 3 most imported goods to Australia. Who would like to kick us off? Huh?
I didn't realize it's goods because I wrote immigrants. Because you know how they call them imports.
Nah.
But like I don't even think.
He's finished.
But like that's you
Okay.
are bringing them
Yep,
in,
sure,
yeah.
yep.
I don't have a second one, and then my first one's vehicles.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Very
that's
nice,
pretty
yep.
good. Mine is horrible. This is the worst performance ever.
This is horrible. I don't know.
Number one is like manufacturing goods, raw materials. I went super broad.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Second is food related.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man, actually probably wrote
What's
food related.
No, like actually.
Food
Like, what's
related.
food related?
Oh, so you want?
Ingredients.
No,
Okay, something food related.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
like it's
Okay,
like
I'll-
you know
sure.
meat, which I
Okay.
know it's not meat.
I'll accept.
But I just went. The last one, yeah, horrible. I just went clothing.
Clothing.
I thought about that too.
Yeah. I just need something for excuse.
All right, Chief on the Barbie. Yeah, bad performance as well, to be honest. I'm going to start from the bottom. I wrote food question mark.
Okay.
I wrote timber question mark.
I thought of.
I think timber's a big one for Australia,
thought
but
timber,
it's an
'cause you're
honorable
right.
mention.
Yeah,
Import timber.
Yeah, quite a bit. All right, but then
but I don't know if that was a bit top.
top 3, I've got raw minerals in 3rd. Number 2, automobiles and mechanical parts. And number 1, tech parts / chips. But I feel like it's all built overseas and then it
That's
comes
what I'm
made.
saying.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe
Okay.
electronics then, because like the
That's
final
what I
product is
think.
what's going on.
Tech, electronics, chips. Yep.
okay.
All right.
That actually makes sense.
Because like food and all that, I think we all make that here, and then anything that's to do
yeah.
with like building something, we don't build anything here.
We just-
all the car companies left and moved overseas.
yeah.
All right.
So in 5th place.
Goodness
we've
gracious. We gave you a
got-
break and a cut and everything. Bro.
Fifth
in
place.
the 5th place, we've got all of like our medical things,
Yep.
pharmaceutical
Makes
goods
sense.
that are being imported in. No one got that, yeah?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Good.
In 4th place, we've got our automatic data processing machines.
Okay.
So falls under that. We've got all of our computers, desktops, hardware, that type of things. In 3rd place, we've got our commercial trucks and vans.
Damn.
Yeah, so that one is pretty high up.
Wow.
So our goods vehicles, which is what it falls under.
Yeah, like, I mean, I wrote automobiles.
It's not quite the same.
What do you mean?
Sure.
Well, I wrote vehicles, so that all falls under one.
All right, yeah.
Okay, and then in number 2, we've got passenger motor vehicles.
Oh, don't piss me off. Is
Wait, what
everything
the
just
So
heck?
it's literally actually separate.
Oh
so
my
it
God.
actually is
Yeah.
Yeah, because what
separate,
is
yeah.
commercial?
B2B,
Yeah.
yeah.
So one's our personal use, and the other one is for obviously transporting
I didn't know it was
goods
that
and
big.
services.
I didn't know the
And
truck
in
that
number
big.
1, we've got refined petroleum.
Raw minerals?
Oh my goodness, petrol. Of course.
Petrol, yes, petrol is number 1. No one thought to think of petrol.
Nah, like, yes.
Petrol, guys.
We
But then I grouped that into fossil fuels and all that, all the mining we're doing. I was like, bro, I'm sure but we,
We
don't have
none.
yeah.
So dinosaurs didn't live here or something?
But what are these fossil fuels that these men are drilling up then, bro? What's that lady, the rich ass lady, man? Gina Reinhardt. What's going on? So we know nothing about what
what?
comes into our
guys
country.
Into
know
a
huh?
country, huh?
And yet men are screaming and looking at these tariffs.
Do we know what goes out of it?
I know a lot of, we spoke about it last week, I think, in terms of like a lot of our beef goes out. I think a lot of our fresh produce is heavily out of this country, which is crazy.
You know, a lot
Even
of
milk
our stuff is cheaper overseas than it is.
than
in
it is
Australia.
here. Mad, right? I'm wondering how mad is it? No, it's pretty mad. It's pretty mad a little
crazy,
bit. Yeah. That other people can get our stuff for cheaper in a whole other country. Yeah.
We don't know how to prioritize ourselves.
So, do you have a clear winner from that at all? Does anyone fall into that?
I think you all need to go
Okay,
back
well,
to
yeah,
your
drawing board with
boards
that one. All right, well, this goes into kind of what's been going on throughout the week. I think, obviously, we touched on it briefly, maybe 2 episodes ago, or I don't know if it was with Senate, sorry, around the tariffs and Trump and all that kind of stuff. And you can go look into that, see what's been going on, I guess the updates in that area. One thing, though, that I thought was very interesting was where there was, I should have gotten his name, it was John something. He's a parliamentarian or a politician in America, and he was going at it at the trade minister, I believe his title is, in terms of like saying, is it not market manipulation that we're seeing before us where Trump is
Because he
tweeting
didn't
some
know.
things?
Yeah, because like
how's the trade minister?
How's it that you don't know? You don't communicate to the president.
You're not aware of certain
not aware what's
changes that
going
are coming up in the market. So essentially, like, we saw some dips and some rises crazy over the past week in what was going on in the stock market and trades and everything like that, right? And I remember, I think we were talking about this one clip that just kind of becomes quite chilling is Trump it looked like in the White House or something like that, with a bunch of different people around him talking about this guy made this much, this guy made this much. I think the context doesn't necessarily clearly look like, oh, because of this is what's going on, but it's just like in the past couple of days, this guy made 900 million.
1.8 billion in 7 days.
Yeah. But to be fair, Trump is a businessman.
Investing.
So I can understand when people come out and say, like, are you trying to manipulate the market and so on? Because right now he put a 90-day pause on the tariffs except for China, which is the funniest part. Like, to be fair, I love China president. I think the vice president came out as like, we don't care. I don't know if you guys saw the press conference. It's just like, we don't care, you know?
Because they're like, we don't take anything from you.
Yeah, they're just like, if that's what you want, cool.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, wow, like, let's see where this goes.
Bro, this is mine, this is yours on a political scale is the craziest thing I've ever seen, bro. Like, the fact that cats are doing up, oh, that's what you're going to do to us, that's what we're going to do to you. I was watching about in just how much the tariffs have been moving in terms of the percentages. And like I said, everyone, we can probably even, I'll put some of the names or the clips or whatever in here. People can go look into that, just see the actual numbers behind it. But
it's
bro,
pretty mad.
It's just bully ball.
Yeah. It's like
back and forth.
It's like, what do you say? We're going to double it. You're like
crazy.
How does that even happen?
I think more interesting though, and this is kind of where I want to go into, is like, in the midst of all of that, you have a US citizen, iShow Speed, there doing a tour, and a streaming tour essentially. He's gone Mongolia as well. I think he came from, I don't know if it was maybe Tibet or something. But he's in China during all of this, and he's a star there. Like, he's a superstar in everyone's eyes. Streaming live, obviously, like, you can't cut anything out of this. People are really enjoying and watching and seeing what he's doing. He is, like, China, it gets to the point that China starts to put up billboards and everything that we're seeing saying, thank you, iShow Speed, for showing China to the world. Because you look at it, like, there's numbers.
Bro, you realize, China's beautiful. No, like, if you actually see, like, because I see what Speed is, like, obviously that's what Speed is doing. But I can understand them coming out and saying, thank you, Speed, for showing China to the world. Because I was exposed to some of the cities as well. I was like, this is a beautiful city. I don't know if you guys saw the drone shot of the city. Have you guys seen that clip?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was beautiful. I was like, wow, like, it makes people go, I want to go there.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. So I get that, though.
That would be very interesting, though, if China... I mean, obviously, it's such a big place and large population that it does have a lot of tourism, but it's like, if it becomes a really big... Like, when you think of China, you don't think of tourism, per se. It's not like Japan, it's not like France.
No, 100%.
But it's like, if it becomes somewhere that tourism is also, like, a great export that they have, like, that would be very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
To switch up in that way, right? Yeah.
Because I know people that have been to China, they loved it.
Yeah.
You know? So, but I think, because people don't look at it as a place where you can actually go.
Yeah, well, I think it's... And then it's probably propaganda in terms of a Western sense. So it's like, people only... Like, tourism is a great export for places that people feel safe to go to.
Yeah,
right?
that's another component.
And so it's like, if it becomes that, then it's like, people are pretty much going like, I feel safe in China.
Yeah.
But do you think this is genuine, or is it a thing of like, because
Propaganda
we're going
on their
back
end?
and forth, let's, use him as a muse right now type of thing? So I don't know,
Definitely.
man. Yeah.
Like, you don't...
I mean, I'm not bad.
I don't know if it's as much as it's orchestrated, like bring him here. So
it's not a bring him here thing.
Let's capitalize.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
capitalize.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I was going to use the phrase of like, never
Yeah,
let a
agree.
good crisis go without using whatever the heck they say. I forgot how it goes. But this isn't a crisis,
Great
obviously.
phrase.
Hey, good paraphrase. Daniel International version, bro. This isn't a crisis, but it's an opportunity that you can leverage for sure. What do you mean? One of the biggest streamers in the world, who happens to be a US citizen, is on our ground right now, and in the middle of all this stuff that's going on in terms of the back and forth of our nations, here he is showing how beautiful our nation is. And bro, why the heck would we not? He's dressed up in
might as well.
our traditional clothes, walking out on the stream, seeing the people flock him. It's like, how do you don't let that kind of go without using it or capitalizing it.
100%.
It looks good.
No, I said especially like, because how they said goodbye to him, especially if he comes back again, it's going to be even bigger, man.
But he's going to be like Kobe.
Bro, that's mad.
Remember like those
yeah.
videos of Kobe in China?
Dennis Rodman,
Or like
even.
Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
And they just lose their minds.
Bro,
Love
and
that
it's
for
like,
him, man.
I just look at them like amidst literally global superpowers going up against each other. This is so weird that this is right there, kind of. It's not at the center of it. It's not the discussion, but it's what's happening at the same time of it all. I'm just looking at like, in my eyes, I'm looking at America right now. I think we're witnessing a very interesting time in terms of the global perception of America.
Yeah.
And the strength or the pull, despite the fact that we're very still clearly a very powerful nation. Like you can't get around that. But in the public, okay, man, same for now. But in the public eye, it's shifting. And you sent a funny ass meme into the thing, which we can slap up as well, which is like someone was holding
It's the person holding the jar of pills.
hard pill to swallow.
And they go, hard pills to swallow. China hasn't dropped one single bomb in 40 years. The USA drops 46 bombs on average every single day.
Every day?
Wild.
I even just forgot that it said every
That's
day in the thing.
wild.
I think it's kind of getting to that point where, I don't know, like, do you guys have that family member or friend or whatever where it's like, always has issues with their relationships that they're in, always has issues with their coworkers, always has, like, everyone's always the problem around them, and you like kind of always like, damn, like, I can't believe like you're going through this, can't believe you're going through this, and then like at a certain point you like look at them, you're like,
You're the problem.
are you the problem?
Yeah.
You know? And I think there may be an element of that when it comes to USA, the way everyone's kind of looking at it right now. It's like, all right, hold up. The average person in China on these streets, because you're right, on these streams, you can't really fake it that much.
It's live.
You know what I mean? Like, what can you do in terms of like, okay, sure, maybe the person that he's talking to, doing
That-
content
as a
with you can tell him to
representative,
do something. But the people walking around
The
in the background,
regulars.
what can you do? Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, people kind of look at it and it's like, oh, this place actually kind of looks okay. Right? Like, people are
It's kind
enjoying
of,
this.
Kind of
yeah.
vibes, yeah.
Are the... Yeah, same time, I don't want to
Give him too much.
ignore the like human rights violations that also
Yes.
exist there. Evidently, I think what is probably the problem is that like America has, I'll say America here, but maybe the Western world has kind of gone like, look at those human rights violations they have, while ignoring all the human rights violations that
as well.
we have, right? So it's like it's kind of the same, but it's like when you look at the Uyghur Muslims and all that kind of stuff, it's like there's clearly people being oppressed systemically in China. You know what I mean? As well. So it's like, I don't want to act like these guys are just great now because speed made them look good.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Forget even like the great part. It's the fact that it's the
Look
shedding
good enough.
away. Yeah.
I think it's the fact they look good enough, which is like, oh wow, that's not what we expected.
That's not what we expected.
Yeah.
That's not what, which is very crazy and ignorant as well. But it's like, where did this come from?
So what do you say? I
say
said like the power scale. Or
it's a weird time, man. Like,
I think it is. But what's also interesting is that like you have, it's like it's the Americans that's providing this exposure. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like going to
Yeah, I do wonder what like speeds.
If you take away Speed and Kai, because even Kai when he went to Nigeria, that was huge.
Yeah.
as well.
PR
right?
was up.
Again, that was someone coming from the US doing that.
See, with Kai going Nigeria or Drewski going Nigeria or whatever, it makes a bit more sense in that like you would have a motivation to do this as Kai or as Drewski, right? Where it's like you're Black American, so you have motherland, all this kind of stuff. Like there's some motivation there. But if like what is Speed's motivation to go to China to make it look
But the thing
enjoyable
is,
or make it look whatever?
I agree, but I think regardless of the motivation, is the fact that it takes someone from America to provide exposure to your country as well. Because take away Speed, take away Kai, take away those guys, who would go to China and bring that much exposure?
crazy.
No, probably no one.
Streamers are massive, huh?
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like
yeah.
if you look,
nowadays.
if you look at those people that have that influence, they are coming from America.
Yeah.
You know, so
Bro, the thing with Speed as well, because I believe he's only on YouTube now for his streams, yeah? I don't think
Oh,
he's
really?
Yeah, he's only YouTube. I don't think he streams on Twitch. He's banned from Twitch, I'm pretty sure.
I show
meat. 38 million subscribers. Yeah.
On YouTube.
These guys are huge.
no,
And
bro,
They showed up
you
they
buy
Tyson
huge.
At's expenses recently. Someone leaked his expenses.
Right,
I don't know
no.
how true. 4 million a month.
wow.
Expenses.
To be fair, the guy got like dancers got like bunch of employees full time.
Yo.
I don't know if you guys watch his stream, but someone's like,
Yeah,
can,
I'm
you,
pretty sure
can you get, is there ice cream here? I was like, 2 seconds later, someone come. And I was like, bro, do you have a chef that's got everything
Crazy.
downstairs or what's going on?
Bro, it's a new world.
Yeah, man.
Like this
the
incorporation of
superstars,
it. This
They're
is such
really
a
are.
shift that we're experiencing in front of us. And that's what I'm saying. Like, for the most part, I think most people are still set in ways and I guess things that they think about. Like not the average person is, like in terms of average person, like above like your 35, 40, which is still majority amount of the population, right?
It's not going to tune into this.
Is not tuning into this, is not on social media,
Yeah,
is set in whatever ways, ideologies or ways of thinking that they've had all these years, right? But as we're now,
As it
you know what I mean? As
phases
we're
out those
phasing that
people,
out,
you think like these people are creating almost armies.
brother.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean I have 40 million people that tune into me? And
Which is-
talk, and I'll do a
which is
24-hour
crazy,
thing
yeah.
for a week, right? And it's also like
Crazy
24/7 for a week.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone's up watching, clipping me, making more content outside of my own content channels so it's like I'm infiltrating everybody's mind all the time.
You're even
the time,
getting
yeah.
Every
popular
opinion.
people
Bro,
to come on
Yeah,
as well.
and now you're, beyond that, you're now being invited to transcend into
Yeah.
traditional media spaces as well.
To
Like
be-
Well, it's not even that you're like you're invited to come, blah blah blah. But it's like you're invited to come because without you, they're gonna die. It's not you're invited to come because hey, look, you've done it in YouTube success. Now come
Yeah.
Hollywood. It's like no. You've done it in real success, and we're dying. We kind of need you. So
Yeah.
wait, what bag do you want?
Because that's the same like Kai ended up getting on ESPN. He knows.
At the same ESPN for Kai, I forgot the name of the show is, but the Champions League.
But you're just like-
for speed.
Yeah,
What the heck?
yeah, you're like, bro, these guys know nothing about this sport, bro. You know, but you get them.
Out there sitting there with
Now
their
they're
hands
sitting
like
there,
this.
it's like,
Power
yeah,
stance.
LeBron. I was like, you don't know any. But I do agree. I think it brings up an interesting conversation in terms of like the power scale. I don't look at it more like countries. It's weird. Is before we look at who had the power, right? Is that. But what would I think everyone's answer will be different? Is that like people that have the most money are the ones that have the power, or the ones with the most influence, right? Because I think now we're transitioning into maybe not so much transitioning into, but now you have streamers who actually hold so much influence, right? And you could say that's power. I think even when we go back to the election, the U.S. election, right? You saw them going on podcasts because now that's the new influence. That's the new power. That's the new way to get your message across, not the traditional way.
I was listening to it's a really good episode. I really recommend it. Scott Galloway on Trevor Noah's podcast, and he talks about the elections that passed in the US.
Yeah.
And he was like, Donald Trump going on Joe Rogan is almost certainly what shifted everything towards his favor, because he was like,
100%.
and he was like, Kamala not doing that was so stupid. And if she wanted to get even, because it was like something like 58 million views on YouTube and another like 30 or 50 million on audio, right?
But
That's insane.
And so he was like,
These
in
numbers.
order for traditional media, right, for if Kamala wanted to get those kind of numbers, she would have had to do, it was something, he explained it like really well. I clearly studied it, but it was like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Fox, MSNBC, and another thing, every single night of the week for 3 months,
Just to get the same,
Just the
same
same
number,
number of
yeah, pooling.
Jeez.
right? And it's
Ridiculous.
like, bro, we do not realize what these platforms are. at this point.
100%. So I think that's like, what's got the most influence? What's power now? And I think that conversation of what's power, what's influence is changing. It's streaming, it's podcasts, is this, is that as well. So for those that do control those platforms, are we saying that's the most influential person as well? So
I think it depends on the level that we're talking about the influence. Because
100%.
I was thinking, I was thinking about this. I forgot what context it came to my mind, and I was just like, I think it was in this line of this power and like celebrity influence, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, like we say these people are really influential, but hey, if the government says
There's no power,
more
though.
internet is allowed in this
that's
country,
the thing.
I don't care. Sure, I'm violating your rights, but who's gonna stop me? You know what I mean? No more internet for you guys. You know what? Instagram is not allowed on our servers anymore. Like,
China.
huh? No, I'm saying
Like,
if
I know, but like that's the
oh, like okay, yeah. But it's like
So it's like,
that's power.
Yeah.
Yo,
So that's what I mean.
That's like
So there's
that's
influence,
cute, bro.
So there's influence, but there's no power.
Power
The
behind
same
it,
way
yeah.
as you just mentioned, Twitch banned Speed, right? It's like we've got the power to ban you, and then if YouTube comes out to say something, then that's it,
Literally.
And that's what ended up happening with Andrew Tate as well, where he got banned from different platforms Now it's like you may have influence, but you don't have the power. We're just taking that away from you.
Which I think is an interesting part to look at that. Because I think we kind of convolute it and have it all together. But then, especially for us, looking at how we step and move out, it's like, oh yeah, where's a lot of influence? Where do we step into some of that as well? But then where's power? What does power look like?
What does power
And who are the ones that are actually in those places? Because I think, bro, it's easy to just willy-nilly like just cut through, do your own thing without realizing who the heck is also ultimately influencing your mind and how you think and dictating also the way you're actually able to live and stuff like that, bro. Most people, like I said, are stuck in whatever ways they have and will just cut through and live life. And I'm like, nah, man, when I'm looking at it, stuff is changing right now a little bit.
It definitely is changing.
It's some madness, man. Where do we fit in with that? Oh, you better say something.
I don't know.
I said, where do we fit in with that, man? Because I
Like,
think we're in
what do
that
you mean?
influence bag, yeah?
Are you saying like in the space in which
No,
you're in?
like,
As in
okay, but if
podcasting?
there was anywhere, unless someone here is going to freaking become the greatest politician ever.
I have to.
Bro, podcasters can navigate into that lane as well, man.
I'm here for a good time.
For a good time. Man said, give me Aljana brand deal and good time, and that's all I need, man.
Red Bull.
A few mukbangs.
It's mad, man. These are things that are on my mind, bro. And another thing I was gonna get into a little bit was around. You don't have to go too tough a little bit because it's a little bit like a personal one. But I think I was up one night and I realized, bro, my phone actually stops me from crashing out. I think
Okay.
Your phone.
my phone stops me from crashing out.
Marwa's doesn't stop her.
I know, yeah.
Your phone starts you from
Well,
that's
well, well.
funny. I feel like a lot of people that's
What
the
does that
opposite.
mean?
High key.
What
For a lot of
does
people,
that
that is the complete
That-
opposite.
yeah.
The fact
What's
they
that?
have their phone is why they crash
This is
out.
why they
'Cause
crash
they
out.
have access to text people,
Yeah.
to post on social media, to whatever. Like, I feel this, we were talking about this on the weekend. It's like, you feel something right now, I'm going straight to Facebook with it. I'm going straight to Instagram with it.
Yeah,
boom.
So yeah, tell us
Can't
how.
remember what beautiful conversation we're having, but that sounded like we had a really good time. Yes, I remember now. Okay, for me, this is different. It moves away from the social media side of things very, very quickly. Things being on my mind or being in high intense situations or knowing something's coming up and I have to organize this, plan this, I've realized something very, very funny and weird within me. Yeah, like you'll see me, I'll be sitting saying, oh, I've got to sort this, I've got to do this. I go straight to my notes
And just type.
on my phone, type it out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's literally what
Right?
I do, bro. 100%.
Type it out immediately, and just like that, I have an action plan.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because all of these thoughts are already in my mind, and I know I need to do this. And sometimes I even procrastinate a certain situation or things that I know I need to like get at, right? Like there'll be a week where I'm like, okay, the dead ass last day for me to set things in motion is on Sunday. That whole week, I'll keep myself stressed. Oh my gosh, how's this gonna work? What am I gonna do? I need to do this, I need to pull this, contact this. Sunday, I'm like, dog, lock the heck in, type it down. Tell me why I sleep like a baby Sunday night. I'm like, bro, oh wow. It's all set now. My phone has stopped me from crashing out many a time
Using it
now.
effectively.
That part
Just from locking in
Yeah.
and heading into the notes, sorting out different things like that.
You know, on top of this, because I'm exactly the same. Like, even yesterday, I was showing you like the notes that I have and whatnot.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, yeah.
Literally every section of my life, it's like I've got this noted down in here. But I'm getting to the point where it's like I'm trying to do tasks quicker, and especially with like things like ChatGPT and whatnot. It's like if I can actually execute it now, because all I have to do is I always have the thought, but I'm like, I gotta find time later to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, now it's like, well, I have the thought and someone can do it for me. Right? So for most things, right? So it's like, and then it's like, I've even gone to a point where I'm like, maximize efficiency. It's like, I'll put it in ChatGPT and I'll tell it, don't use the long dashes. So I can just copy paste it straight away.
yeah.
You know, I don't
That's
want
like-
to
that's
go
how you
back
know
and
that's-
edit the long dashes out. And also, but it's like, that is like in the next level where it's like, okay, like now it's like that, I can put in my nose, but it's also like, I can also just do the
get it
task
done.
now
Formulate it.
almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep, get
It's
it
a
done straight away.
mad period of time right now. I'm like, this is genuinely what's stopping me from crashing out these days.
Yeah.
It's the stress.
Because there's so
it's
many moving
this-
parts in our
yeah.
lives, yeah.
madness, bro. So I was gonna say, like, well, yeah, I mean, you've answered for that for you in terms of like using ChatGPT,
Yeah.
the notes. I was like, how the heck are you guys dealing with the stress? You're seeing all the moving parts in your own life, stuff that's going on around. What's the stress management right now then?
My favorite thing is Reminder, the Reminder app.
You actually use that, huh?
I don't,
Bro,
okay.
if you guys see my reminder, like literally I added like 5 today, bro.
Bro,
Like
so
I'm just going crazy.
I've never used it, but recently someone was like, "You're not like," it was a TikTok. They're like, "You're not using your phone well because you put
Brother.
everything in your notes, but
And
you
no
need to set
reminder.
reminders."
Yeah,
Because
right.
even things like your shopping
love it.
list,
Yeah,
yeah,
just reminder,
you can
bro.
set like a template. Oh, it's not even a template. What is it? It's like you put right down your whole list,
Yeah.
and then you tell it organize, right? Because obviously the phones have the AI whatnot, and then it puts everything in dairy. Everything in whatever.
Banga.
Instead of you in the shops going, let me get cheese. Go and get something else.
Brother.
I forgot.
I look like a schizophrenic when I'm in Coles, bro.
Right, and so
You're
then,
going back and forth.
that's it. And so then the next time you just type in shopping list and it just populates.
Yeah.
It's like we don't clock what they
Well,
actually
what can I
can
do?
do.
This is what I'm
All we
saying.
know is we go TikTok, Instagram.
Bro, these are the flights we're taking. Bro, we have all of our boarding passes ready for all the apps, bro. Just taking flights
Yes,
like
just
this.
taking flights, bro.
Meanwhile, no one's ever gone and visited reminders and notes.
They're like, I'm here.
Not even
I'm here.
calculator. Bro.
Even
Nah.
that journal one. Do you
Yeah,
guys get
yeah.
that notification now and
Yes.
then? No. So Apple has like a journal, right? I don't use it, but it's like, let's say, for example,
actually pretty good
I might get
too.
a notification today, right?
Yeah.
Like later on, that's like, oh, do you want to journal your day in Wollongong yesterday?
No way.
Right? And then because it knows where you've been, obviously, all that kind of stuff. I was like,
Is it an app?
it's
Oh,
one
it
of
is
the
an app,
Apple
okay.
apps.
Oh, health and
Yeah.
fitness app. Okay. Interesting.
Wait, you didn't know there was a health and fitness app?
No, as in it says it falls under the health and fitness.
This one, journal.
Yeah.
So you didn't know those
Your head.
But yeah, I was watching a YouTube
Okay.
video like it was a while ago that was just talking about things you didn't know about your apps on your
Yeah.
mobile phone. And I just watched like, I found out about notes. Even notes, there's so much you can actually do as well, how you can organize things. But yeah, what's stopping me from crashing out is literally my reminder, because for me it's more of tasks that I need to do more than actually writing down stuff.
Yeah.
But if I do need to write down stuff, I'll go to my notes straight away and then I'll do it later on. But literally anything comes to mind, I straight just type it down. Email this, type it down. Because man, sometimes I wake up I'm like, brother, there's like 10 things I need to do right now, bro. I just type it all down and then I'll just go through it.
Organizing your freaking life, man.
It's actually crazy, bro.
It might as well be on your phone though, because you have your phone
That's the
on
thing.
you
So-
majority of the time.
I used to fight it and like try and keep a calendar.
Try to be
Yeah, yeah.
cute, yeah.
Right? Because
Separate
actually,
one.
till now though, actually, at my desk, I have a written to-do list for
Yeah,
each
like
day.
a notepad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I keep
Have
that.
to,
Hey, I draw the boxes even, gang.
Like to tick them?
To take that bad boy off,
Bro,
bro.
just get the thing they'll say to do.
Shut up. I don't want to hear that.
Okay, yeah.
I want to draw the box.
Okay, fine.
I do blue pen, red pen.
It comes with the box. It's literally there,
bro.
bro. It's literally there. Like every day you write it, and then you can just rip it off after you're done
get
with
it
this
fresh
day,
made.
and
Box is
then
ready for you.
new one is just
Fine.
there, bro.
Let's go to
Yeah.
Kmart.
I'll get
$2,
the
bro.
pre-done
Office
box.
works, bro.
You say you do blue pen, red pen, matrix ads.
Yeah, that's it. So blue, write them down. Red, cross them off.
Yeah.
Looks sensational.
Good.
Banga.
I love that.
You're about to go somewhere with
Ah,
organizing
but
your
yeah,
life.
but then it's like I realized like, bro, like I have calendars for me, podcast, business,
Even
other
external,
stuff,
like
right? Yeah, like
the other meetings, that we
whatever.
have, yeah.
And so I'm like, I actually need all of these consolidated into one
Together,
app
yeah.
because otherwise I'm not writing all this down.
Yeah.
And I don't have it with me everywhere I go. So I'm like, all right, whatever. It's changed my life. That calendar.
Yeah,
on the
that
phone,
calendar
amazing.
thing is just beautiful, bro. All the minis is right there, bro.
But what's on a woman's mind with the crashing out thing? Yeah, like
Oh my gosh, you know what would save me as a woman? I always say I want an app like this. I want an app like Flow.
Oh, Flow is
men.
good. For men.
I want something like that for
you have
men.
peak
What is
semen
it, track-
retention
How
right now.
cool Flow is to me.
What is it?
Every time I've
It
ever
is very
looked at
lit.
it,
But you
I'm
see how it's
just
got
like,
the faded like red dots and that?
bro,
You get me?
amazing.
Is that the Flow one? Is that the same one?
And you put a little
Flow
heart,
and the other one
and
has
you
it
put
as
a
well.
whatever, and then it's like these
Spotting.
It's actually so good.
It's-
Flow is very,
This is why
very
you might
nice
be feeling
app.
angry today.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is why I'm horny. Like whatever, right? It's like it,
And you can even ask it, why? Because I've done it a few times. Like, why am I feeling like this? What's this?
Oh,
What
wow.
does this mean? Yeah, and it just tells you.
Little
And then you can talk to
face.
someone as well. It's actually
Yeah.
a very good app.
Yeah, okay. No, now you're trying to force me into therapy. It's so cool to me. I flow like high key. If I was a woman, I feel like that's one app that I would pay for the premium.
Yeah,
You don't say yeah like you paid for it.
I don't. I have because I just use the basics on there. But yeah, I get why.
I wish I had something like a period to track, but not painful. Do you get what I mean?
So like,
like
what's in your life that you could track right now that you would
Like
use
your
an app
goals.
Oh, I do have one. I bought 75 hard zap. Never used it.
Bought even.
$10 is what it is.
My
Goodness
goodness.
gracious, man. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I can't think of anything that works for a man,
men.
man. For the men, yeah.
Nah.
Man, there must be some like really good.
Motivation.
Oh, my
Tracks
fitness
your
pal,
motivation.
high key, my fitness pal.
I love my
What's that
fitness
Amazing.
pal.
That's the one where you track
Oh,
your
like
macros and
Keeping
your-
up to the
Okay.
yeah.
That's really good.
That's a
Yeah.
banger, yeah.
I had gotten premium for a period of time. No, I didn't pay for it because it's expensive, like 180 a year or something.
That's gracious.
But like there was a free thing. I tried it. I was like, it's not that much better than the.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
the
doesn't
actual
have
thing,
ads.
yeah.
But that's actually a really
like that.
good. I even that's see. This is another thing. Using widgets on your phone well.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the
Yeah,
gang.
when you use that well, yeah.
It's just
Welcome
nice.
to
And
the
then
gang, mate.
You don't like. I don't. It's stupid, but I only recently realized like on your Mac you can also use widgets.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can,
this is
yeah.
news to me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So because I watched one of these videos, I was like, bro, how do people optimize
But
their
those videos
use
are
of
saving lives
of things, right?
honestly.
And someone was like, I do set up these shortcuts, whatever. I also keep widgets for certain apps on my thing. So it's like even like things like verse of the day can be there.
Yeah.
The macro tracker, for my computer, it's super helpful. It's like because I have so many Bluetooth devices connected to us. Like, let me just have their battery life all there already, all the time, right? So you can pin like certain notes to your thing. Well, no, it's very helpful, like
helpful.
all this kind of stuff.
I don't think we realize, bro. We are at the prime position
need to become
of
robots.
humanity. We can be the greatest creatures right now.
We need to
bro.
become robots.
I was thinking about it
with
today, yeah,
flesh.
because I was thinking, I was like, oh man, like yeah, I hear animals, this, that, like animal rights, all that, yeah. But I was like, animals can't go to space, bruv.
No,
They haven't built a machine that takes you out of where we are now to somewhere else.
has any animal ever been in space?
I think it was a dog.
Let me ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a dog that went to space.
I mean, what would
They
need
can't
to
do
go there
that.
for?
And it made me realize, bro, we are actually freaking supremely powerful, bro.
Yeah,
Many animals have been sent into space,
Oh, there was a cat as well.
especially
I
during the
think,
early days of space explorations. But they were just willing to risk it.
send anybody
Monkeys and apes, like Albert II, first monkey in space, 1949.
Wow.
Crazy, bro.
Heck.
But damn, we like, especially now that we've got a literal supercomputer on us regular, we're not realizing
just don't know
that
how to
we are
optimize-
actually
we-
able to be
yeah.
such an optimal.
Yeah, it's
Machine,
it's
bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's
we
such a
could,
double-edged
like, we
sword.
could go crazy with it.
Nah,
It's
this
a
is a
double-edged-
sharpshooter
No,
sword,
yeah,
man.
it's a double-edged sword because I don't think in any period of time has any human had this much information in their
Right.
back pocket all the time. And I think that having information is actually what often creates anxiety.
Like, you know how we do this double? Okay, go run.
Right,
Okay,
so it's like-
anxiety. You got me here.
I pulled my Charlemagne back.
Not to go deep, bro.
I think, like, maybe half-baked thought here, but like, information without conclusion can lead to anxiety,
Without even
Yeah.
parameters sometimes. as well.
right? And no parameters as well, like just endless information.
Yeah.
Right. And especially when it comes to like things like all the stuff we see going on in the world, and every app you go on, like you're catching flights between the apps, and it's like this is shown on X, this is shown on whatever, this is shown on, and it's like, bro, this is anxiety inducing, like because there's no actual conclusion here or outcome. It just feels like the world's a horrible place, right? Plus other whatnot. But then it's like at the same time, you can use this to completely streamline your life
Change
in crazy ways.
Yeah.
Right. Like I almost, like I don't want to, sounds crazy, but it's like, I almost don't understand how people aren't more productive or like able to do
Yeah.
2-3 things in their life
Oh my gosh.
now, right?
Yeah.
Not that I should be pushing this lifestyle necessarily, but it's like, you should have more time. You should have more ability. You should have more capacity. But then again,
It might
double-edged-
be the capacity part of it. Like time or that.
Everyone's
I think is
capa-
all.
I
subjective.
remember. I think Tigist might have said. No, I think she said this to me only. Like,
Damn. Session.
no.
What if it was?
Yeah. What if it was?
I didn't say anything.
Is
He's the one that
therapy
said
funny
don't push therapy on me.
Everyone's capacity is 100%.
Everyone's capacity as well.
Everyone's capacity is 100%.
That's removing everything that we have just in general.
I mean, we
Your
all have.
capacity.
We all
What,
have
our
100%.
capacity is 100% of our capacity, or each, right? I guess
But then
that's
when
a
you
sentiment.
add elements to it, though.
No. But it's like with the elements added,
I'm
your
seeing
capacity is what you have, right?
I've still executed.
So it's like
100% only.
using that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's the sentiment of it, right? Whatever is your capacity, I mean, use that.
Yeah.
What the heck you smile like that, bro? Yeah, no, I was gonna say that for the gal easy, but for yourself, what the heck stresses you?
Why
out?
would it be different?
I don't know. I'm just thinking like you don't
Because
know,
you,
but
hey,
it is
what the
different.
heck?
It is
We're a
different.
woman on here because we want woman perspectives the same
No,
way I'm
I'm
a man.
asking
'cause we
you
want
guys,
men
why do
perspective.
you think it would be different for us? Like, we go through the same emotions of like,
Yes,
Dude,
but
in terms
nah.
of
Your
in
cycle
terms of-
is
yeah. Aside from
31
that,
days minus 24 hours. Have you heard this? Men's cycle is 24 hours, which makes so much sense.
that you
Why
go through-
every day men
I did hear
feel
this, actually.
everything, right? You heard this? It was me on Bittersweet.
Oh,
talking
was
about
it?
this, yeah.
Okay.
But like which makes sense. Like stereotypically, women will be like, "Oh, my husband always wants to have sex," but it's like, no, like his body's wired.
Bro, he's
to
got
every
new
day.
things, man. He's
Bro,
got new.
Every day between this time and this time is ovulation hour for him.
Okay.
Bro, man just got new soldiers, bro. Imagine starting every brand new day with a new army, bro, until the day you die. Because men don't stop that.
Yeah.
That's
The,
wild.
the soldiers just get a little bit weaker.
We're talking about how we're the greatest creations of all time.
Men.
What?
We have actually spoken about that before. But
No, but because but Diego there again. How many times are we gonna shout him out in this episode?
yes.
No, bro, because I was talking to some colleagues at work, bro. I think having sisters, bro, it really opens you up to being able. Did you just stand? Did you stand
No,
with
where
the
are we going
women?
with this conversation?
Yeah, I don't know, but
Said having
let's see.
sisters, I said, yeah.
It just allows you to like people are they feel comfortable, or you're able as a guy to navigate the conversations that typically
Do you
they'll be
need
like,
a guy have sisters?
no.
So what
just
makes you-
it's your disposition.
Okay,
Wait,
you
I
don't
think
know.
this is very true. I think
Doesn't
guys
mean-
and girls say this. Guys have sisters, you can always tell.
You have a disposition about you, man.
Okay, yeah.
So, not even to go too crazy, but like we're just talking about like I guess the struggles and the different things that women have to just constantly have to think about when it comes in the health, specifically the health
Yeah, of
area of
course.
it, right? And it's like I think we were talking about it yesterday when it comes down to just so many things regarding the fertility side of stuff, hormones, proneness to certain different conditions. I was like, bro, I'm cutting through. No once do I,
As
my
a
balls
man,
need a massage. Like, bro, I don't need to get one of the machines. I remember I bought the thing that gives you the massaging the womb area, all of that. I'm like, bro.
so if you're relatively healthy as a guy, I feel like you
fine.
almost don't have to take like it's not even you don't take your health seriously. You don't think about your health very much until you're about 40 and they tell you should get your prostate
tell
checked.
you,
Yeah.
Right? That's really the first time when you have to actually go
Fire
and
for
do
that.
something. Unless obviously something happens, whatever,
Yes.
right? That's crazy. But for a woman, it's like from such a young age, like what, 13, 14, or not even,
yeah,
that's
you're
early,
in.
to be honest.
Earlier.
You're being briefed, like, hey, this is what's going to start happening.
Yeah. They just popped in their head.
Okay.
The neighbors.
Yeah. No. The guys.
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be like briefed on from like preteen, like, okay, this is what's gonna start happening with your body. This is what's you're gonna feel pains in your body, and then you're gonna be thinking like, damn, what the heck? Is this pain normal? Is that pain
Yeah.
not normal? Like, what the heck's going? Like all this, whereas guys are just like chilling. I think we say this, but like I think most of us as guys didn't understand properly what like a period or cycle was until we were about like 2021.
Yeah,
Use your own
yeah.
I don't know.
research, eh?
Yeah, okay, but
Unless you have sisters.
But
or
yeah, like at a
something.
young age,
but
you know,
also maybe you come
yeah.
from like a more medically inclined home,
Facts,
all that
facts,
kind of
facts,
stuff,
facts,
whatnot.
yeah,
But it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'd honestly say the average guy, like there's a
prob-
lot of people we know at
Yeah.
our age, right?
Ugh.
The reason they've ended up with kids is because they didn't realize they should have pulled out at that period of time in the month.
That's fair, yeah.
Right? No, like
you don't
actually,
understand the cycle
They
of
don't
a woman
understand
after
the
she has
cycle,
it. Yep.
right? And then they're like, "What? What do you mean you're pregnant? How?" How'd that happen?
Gosh.
Like it's very crazy. Like as a guy, you almost end up like, I mean, really put it this way: it's like a girl would have learned so much of the stuff at 12, and a guy you don't get
You don't really know about
aware
it
of it
till
until
like
about 24,
later.
25. And it's like, bro,
100%.
that's half the life ago she learned this stuff.
Especially if you don't have, like,
And
especially if you
that
don't
is
have,
why.
especially if you don't have like sisters and so on. And then you randomly go to work, and then you're talking to one of your female friends, like, "Yeah, I'm on my period." And you're just like, you're like, you hear these things, but you don't understand what it means and why and all that stuff. And unless you go off and do your own research, you're like, "Okay, cool, I understand this now."
Carson's co-worker said, I've got my period. Carson said, period.
That's
all he
Get
knew.
you.
I guess I thought you guys were just talking more on like the general
Well, no,
side
but
of things
the-
in
but
terms
then-
of like life.
Well, then that's what I'm
but
saying,
even
because I
that,
think
do you
all of that
approach life
feeds into
differently?
that, and I guess it kind of, because I guess for men, the biggest motivation is success, right? Is trying to be someone that can provide, right? For women, a lot of the time, changing world, obviously, a lot of the time, biggest motivator is how do I have a nice, creating the environment for the family, right?
Yeah.
Both of those goals go hand in hand as well at the same time for the men and women. But I think because of all of these different elements that come in on a medical perspective and a physical element, does that play, I don't know, like how regularly does that now become something that's at the back of the mind for women in terms of, you know, like just the way you cut through, or some of the things on the mind, or some of the goals that are being set, that kind of stuff. Never. Okay, that's cool. I said never. No worries. That's fine.
No, I guess for me, because I am, I guess, on the younger side of things, so a lot of
Period.
these conversations and topics, they don't necessarily consume my mind just yet, but I do know there will be a time where it will consume my mind. And when I step out every day, it's like a thing of like, all right, I have all of these things I need to check off. I mean, the period one, of course, that affects me, has been affecting me since 12 years old, 13 or whatever. But even with something small like that, it's like, okay, when, because you even know I do have a tracker, and somehow Daniel actually is very good in knowing like when it's going to happen.
It's because you're screwing
But-
on me.
No, I don't. Let's not do that. But it's like even just going out and preparing myself for something as simple as that. It's like, okay, do I have my bag packed for in case it does happen when I'm out? What kind of clothes am I wearing? You know, I'm not wearing white pants. I'm not, wearing
I
anything
don't think
that
she
can...
wear them anyways at all. That's not a great fashion.
Okay,
Let's not be mean.
Not a great fashion
Let's not
item.
be mean to people.
That's why.
can I? So is it efficient to think, oh, I should have a bag pack, whatever, or is it like, yo, I drive a car and my husband drives a car. Let me just have a bag in there all the time in each car
But then,
that I don't even have to think about. I just.
but then
notice it.
if you're out, like outside of the car though, like I don't want to have to go to the car. If I'm in like a restaurant or something, I can just run to the
Just use the
bathroom.
napkins.
Just use the napkins.
I mean, some people do sometimes. You have to, but
Daniel, I
Yeah.
need
Oh.
pads with wings.
Meow.
Here you go.
Who's chicken wings?
I wouldn't mind.
But yeah,
No, specifically, man.
but it is crazy. I do think we definitely have the ability to be super efficient. I feel like the phone is literally provided with things that allow us to be fully efficient.
Yeah,
Our MacBook and everything. I just feel like we're not using these things to its full capability. And I think those that do, you see that they have a structure.
Different beasts, bro.
Like, this goes off like, all right, cool. I know that, I need to move on to my next thing as well. It's nice structure.
Yeah, for
sure.
Yeah. If there's one thing that you could do or alter that would make you more efficient in life, what would it be? So for me, I wish I could sleep 5 hours a day, and that's it.
Oh, like
And
as
be
in
just
that
as
was what
good.
your body needed.
Yeah,
Right,
that's a huge one. Yeah.
So being able to function off for 5 hours straight.
If you
But like
could,
function well.
Yeah.
if you could sleep, if you could do like 12 to 5, oh man.
I was gonna say his eyes just flooded.
Brother, but let's say that's equivalent to like an 8-hour sleep. Oh,
what
sign me up.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Sign me up, bro.
I was gonna say I think mine falls into that because I was gonna say I wish I could be able to be waking up like your 5s or something like that. But I'm also going to bed at 12.
Productive, yeah.
So something's gonna give, and it's me. So
For me, it's like if you sleep at 10, it's like, damn, like I wish I could stay up to do more stuff.
It's so hard.
So you
Then-
want more hours to do?
no, we're not Molly May. All right.
To do more
Everyone has the same
stuff.
24. What we're saying.
What?
Yes, yes.
But-
But the
wouldn't you want
shorter
the ability
hours.
to
We
be
want less
able
hours
to-
of the time where we're doing nothing, which is sleep.
Okay.
Right? But we're resting and recuperating. So we're saying if only our body was rejuvenated with
Yeah,
less
no,
of that.
I know that part.
You get
But
me?
Yeah,
No,
it's like-
I do think so because my desire,
I agree,
at
yeah.
the moment at least, is not necessarily to work less, right?
Remember when we clocked
Okay.
yesterday how stupid
Yeah,
we were?
yeah, very. You remember like 2 years ago we were all talking about like how we want to figure out
Part-time job.
how to work one day a week.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the hell are we doing? But it's like I don't actually desire to work less, but I want to like make sure every day I have time to go on a walk, time to go to the gym, time to do a side hustle, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, can you imagine like actually waking up at 5 every day and you know that 5 to 6:30 I've done gym. Cool. 6:30 everyone else waking up, mate. All right. 6:30 to 7, I've done admin stuff. 7 to whatever I've done. It's like
You have a
people-
nice.
like actually, yeah. So
You're
you're right. It is.
productive.
I wish I had more time to do more things.
Because the thing is, again, if you sleep 10 and you get up at like 7, 8 or whatever,
The day's finished.
and then you do, yeah, day is finished. And let's say you do whatever it is that you do, but best believe you're cutting something out. You because that's my experience. I end up cutting the gym, right? Because
That's always the
Always
first one.
That's always the thing.
Always the first one. Yeah.
I end up cutting a walk as well, right? So let's say during work, I like to go for a walk during my lunch break. But now it's like, okay, I have to have a meeting during my lunch break. So that takes away
don't
my
have
ability to
any
go
lunch.
for a walk.
Yeah.
And then also I have to cut my reading time. Because like, okay, cool, I want to read. Like I want to read my Bible, and I also want to read like books as well. All right, I only have time for my Bible. So then now, just like that, you cut off reading, you cut off gym, you cut off
That's a
walk.
lie. He reads the books, bro. He didn't read the Bible. He didn't read the book,
Nah,
man.
they're the
He's like, I
Bible.
know what happens to David, but I don't know what happens in Colin Hoover's book.
So then now you just cut out 3 things, just
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, bro,
And that's-
and
and-
those are the things that make you happy and give you purpose.
Yeah,
and all,
and other things like you're still sleeping pretty well. But yeah, I agree. Like 12 to 5 would be
I
nice.
said this to some people the other day. I've been trying to do this thing of like sleeping on the same day that I woke up, because I always sleep the next day. I always sleep after midnight.
After midnight.
Like, this is so
yeah.
stupid.
Nah, try to cut that.
And it proved how good it was the day of daylight savings, the recent one,
Oh yeah.
because I slept the night, like I slept maybe like 11:30, right, and I got another
Get
hour. I was
an
like,
hour
you see it?
sleep?
Like
See.
I felt light.
Yeah. Hey guys,
Lightheaded, bro. from
tell
how
you
much
right now,
sleep you
bro.
got, man.
if there's anything going on after 10:30, I'm out of there, bro.
But that's the.
Man, bro.
We were driving
Max,
to the airport at like 4 something in the morning, and I was like, "Isn't it so crazy? We used to come home at this time sometimes.
Yeah. At one point.
Like, for what reason would I ever be out of my bed at this time
yeah.
nowadays?
Wild.
Nah,
tell
that's
you,
real.
man.
Yeah,
My goal be home max 11, 10:30 is
This guy's gonna wrap up a Mari Gala early.
Yeah.
Just to get out.
right.
Cord, no electricity anymore.
Hey guys, time to go
It's time
home.
to go. It's time to go.
We'll still got a couple more awards. Hey, don't worry about it. We'll announce on social media. So.
Instagram Live.
Instagram live, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's lock-in time for sure, bro. Like, I think it's dope to be able to have the ability of everything we have here, the tools that we're talking about as well, understanding
there
what's
for
going on
sure.
around the world too, and navigating all of that. So, bro, we can do some good things, man.
I think so.
We had that one other topic, but I think, to be honest, we might just leave him on a happy note, man.
What's the topic?
All right. I'm gonna have to cut this part smooth and make it smooth. So we had that other one around this is just something that's been going on, that's hit the news very loudly in Australia specifically, where there was a discovery that there was, oh my gosh, for me it's so crazy, man. There was a discovery about the fact that there was a mix-up regarding an IVF treatment or therapy between like 2 different couples, right? So this
So woman A,
okay,
Yeah, gotta
Woman
give
A.
me that visual.
family A rather.
okay, sure, family A, have their sperm in their egg, and it's being stored somewhere, and it's been inseminated, and they're like, okay, we're ready to put it in you, and so she comes in, and then for some reason they've taken sperm and egg for couple B, and placed it in her, and she's gone on and given birth, and then right after,
So the way they discovered that this has even happened. So this is the crazy part. It's a discovery, only because of a request from family
B.
A. Family A said, "Yo, we actually want to move our eggs, or like our embryos rather, from this facility to like another one, like the storage of them. Let's move them." And they're like, "Oh, bet, yeah, cool. We'll sort that out for you." Oh snap! You guys have an extra one. Oh, y'all have an extra one because we put the wrong one in. Nah. What do you mean?
That is wild.
After a birth.
can you
As
imagine
well.
it came out like a different race?
And so, because that was when I heard the headline, I was like, "Oh damn, black baby, white family." I'm like, obviously you're gonna be shook on that. And
What race would be the most shocking if you gave birth to? Because I'm guessing it's a white woman.
I believe it might have been white. I don't think they revealed or released, but I mean,
Maybe
typically.
Asian.
True.
I would be
For you?
shook. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Nah, bro, that would be so shocking.
No one wants to say the fun
Wow.
answer.
Huh?
No one wants to say the fun answer.
Oh, he said
Yeah.
Southeast Asian. This guy crazy.
Well, I didn't say it. Nah, high key, the one that would surprise me. Trying to think. There's a good
If
answer.
Mao gave birth to a Maori child, or like
Islander.
an Islander
baby
child,
would be.
That would be.
if an
wild.
Islander baby pop out of Mao,
Surprising.
family box, please.
Hey,
I'll
but to
be
be
so
fair, you
shocked,
reckon,
bro.
you reckon you can tell the difference? Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I know.
So the discovery happened after she gave birth.
Yes.
So there was no like.
Well, okay, no. So yeah.
Mao gives birth to an Islander baby if it's the week that you shaved your head like Tongan.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Papua New Guinea, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Oh, true. Like
Same
if
but
I could
different.
almost look like I was from Fiji.
yeah,
like, it
that's
might
what I'm
not be
saying.
that.
Like, same but different. You know what I mean?
God.
Same, different. We can live with this. It was so yeah. The discovery's after birth. I forgot the sequence of events in terms of what it was because February was when I think the baby was they gave birth to the baby in December and then the Feb was around the
8
time.
weeks or so.
Yeah, Feb was around the time when the discovery
Golly.
was made, kind of thing,
Golly.
bro. So first of all, the class action lawsuit for that
Wow.
is a madness.
Like,
as
come
in-
up.
I think everything's in like family court right now, kind of. But it's
As it should.
I mean, we were saying it's like, okay, what you sorted in court, yeah? Is there compensation? Like, do you walk away with compensation for this? Because you dead ass don't have your like. This is someone else's baby, completely.
Yeah, is it like compensation, but if you give away the kid that you gave birth to? How does it go?
Bro. I mean, that's what they're
hit.
figuring out right now. But I was
Yeah.
just like, what
Yeah, like
what makes sense?
What?
Yeah, what actually
What
makes
works out
sense?
in this situation?
Okay, what would you want if you were the kid?
If I was the kid,
Yeah, I know. Obviously, it sounds crazy because it's a baby. But
The thing
you
is,
could,
yeah.
like, would you be like, oh, what a crazy situation? But I hope they would have returned me to my biological.
so that's kind of because ultimately it looks like it renders this mom as a surrogate only now,
Yes,
essentially,
exactly.
of someone
Which
else's
is-
child.
Which is something
Yeah,
that
yeah.
exists in society.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which, you know what I mean? But it's like, as a family who clearly was having IVF, right? You were also wanting a baby,
It's
right?
really sad because like the amount of struggle to even resort to IVF,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then for it to be like it worked, but not
It's not your baby.
yours, but you did it. But it's
Bro,
like
Yeah,
that class action is gonna be good.
brother, it's a madness, man. Because I'm thinking, yeah, what you guys walk away from it? Like in terms of what's the word? Resolution. As the judge, yeah, because keep playing as everyone, because there's so many different players. There's a child, there's family A, family B.
Yeah.
As the judge,
Judge got to do the Solomon, bro.
the
Oh,
Solomon,
Are we saying
cares for this
family
baby more?
B are saying we want our child back?
I think
yes,
so.
right,
You
yeah.
assume family B's like.
Well, I don't know.
thank
Do you even say that as family B?
Oh yeah. Why
you
would
do
you
not,
not?
Yeah.
Do you not?
Oh, I don't know.
Because this is my
If I was family
DNA.
B-
You just carried the baby forward.
If I was family B, I would like, hey,
Yeah.
I want,
I'm
I low-key, I
I'm
would
still
want my
baby.
baby. I would want my baby.
Oh my days.
Then now the judge,
Yeah.
whatever.
But then, like when they're like, you didn't even work for it.
It's crazy. That's what it kind of ends up being or comes down to. So
Yeah.
Technically, it's not even the.
Wait, so you saying you
parents'
wouldn't
fault.
want?
They don't know how to work.
Huh?
They don't know how to work.
I thought it was locked or something.
Oh no. Yeah.
Nah, there's no one's at fault at all in this shit.
That's the
Obviously
thing.
not.
No one is at fault. So it's like if they say, "Hey, we want my baby back," well, I'm not at fault.
It's still the early
Yeah.
stages. They're
the
still
child.
at the very early stages. So
Of
The child.
it was
child's
during
life.
genetic testing. So I'm pretty sure does that happen very early.
What was that? What was it?
They found out the mistake.
No, I think they might have used genetic testing after they found out the mistake due
So
to the
regardless, it was
despair.
early on.
I
From
mean,
what
bro,
read.
we're talking. I mean, we
Yeah,
said
yeah.
baby born in December,
Yeah.
discovery in like Feb or something.
Yeah.
Bro, 2 months. What the heck?
So you wouldn't? It sounds like you wouldn't.
no, I'm not
Oh, you-
saying like I don't know. It's just like what a unique situation.
It is
Yeah.
very-
Oh no, I did. I came to a resolution here.
Right.
I told you. What has to happen? This is such a unique situation. You can't you can't make a legal solution for this.
Yes.
Both families have to just agree to share this child.
Goodness gracious.
Yep. You have to just become best friends
King
and
Solomon.
and
Wow.
acknowledge that this very unique situation ties us. And what the heck did we experience?
Share the child.
Share the child.
Yeah, but someone can
Ow.
easily say the only thing you did was carry the child.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
You are
And then,
surrogate
and you know what I
without.
would say to that?
You are surrogate without.
I
knowing.
carried the child.
Yeah, but that's all you did.
But I carried it.
Yeah.
You didn't, you didn't even.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
care.
both is like valid. It's like
That's what I'm saying. That's what it's such a unique.
Yeah.
story. You guys have to become best friends, do holidays together, do whatever. All this kind of stuff. I don't know who the kid stays with. Maybe just move into like a
Big
commune.
house. Oh my gosh, it's because this guy's
I don't
so
think
heavy on
so.
his big. Everybody share the same house vibe.
damn, bro.
What about if it's like, okay, you carry our child then?
That's it.
And then we just take
That's
our
what I
own
thought came
children
to my
and you go
mind.
your
Yeah, but
separate
no,
way.
but then it's like,
One for one.
If it came down to it.
but then
it's like you might as well just keep
the
your
child. Oh, yeah, it's tapped.
I definitely believe keep the
This
child.
is one of the most biggest mess-ups ever.
It
bro.
actually really
Nah, that's
is.
a big mess up, bro.
Like,
This
how
is
do you
Jane the
even
Virgin.
rectify? You can't even rectify this situation. Like, what do you?
Is that what happened?
Sorry?
To Jane the Virgin. Yeah, she
Jane the
was
Virgin was
inseminated,
something
bro.
like that. Yeah, she
Yeah.
went for a different something, and then they
Yeah, they went to check her cooch and they thought it was the wrong meeting and
crazy, bro.
checked the flow out.
Bro, yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's a mad sitch, bro.
It'd be interesting to see like what both family A and B what they should want as well out of the situation.
It's still all going on. It's an
Yeah.
ongoing situation right now, man. I think for me, I'm like, yo, this makes me realize, damn it, man. People can really go through some crazy, unique stuff, man.
Whoa, yeah,
Yeah, it's mad, bro.
damn.
Yeah. Anyway,
We got to get out of here, man. Everybody, thank you for your time.
thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it around, rate us on Spotify, and we'll catch you guys next week. I think
Bye.
that's it. Peace out.
That's it, man.